In this video lecture, we shall see how to derive the scaling factors for different device parameters. Okay. The first device parameter is the gate area, which is a product of length and width of a channel. Okay. So as we have seen earlier, there are two scaling factors. Okay. One is beta, which is used as a scaling factor for supply voltage VDD and gate oxide thickness. And for all other dimensions, alpha is the scaling factor. So that thing you should remember. Now length and width are the dimensions. Okay, that's why the gate area after scaling. Okay, now it is AG dash. So you can see the length has been scaled by a factor of alpha. Width also has been scaled by a factor of alpha. Okay, so if you separate out the scaling factor, you get 1 by alpha square length into width. Hence we can say the gate area is scaled by a factor of 1 by alpha square. Okay. The next device parameter is gate capacitance per unit area. It is denoted by CO or COX. It is given by COX is equal to epsilon of oxide divided by the gate thickness. Okay. Epsilon of oxide is the permittivity of the gate oxide and it is constant. So there will be no scaling factor for this. D or Tox is nothing but the thickness of the gate oxide, and we have seen it is scaled by a factor of beta. Therefore, gate capacitance per unit area after scaling, it is given by Cox is equal to epsilon ox divided by D by beta, because your thickness is scaled by a factor of beta. So if you rearrange, it is beta times epsilon of ox divided by T. So the scaling factor is beta, hence gate capacitance per unit area is scaled by a factor of beta. The next is gate capacitance. It is given as Cox into length into width. So we already know the length and width are scaled by a factor of alpha, whereas Cox, that is the gate capacitance per unit area, we have derived earlier, it is scaled by a factor of beta. Okay, so the gate capacitance after scaling. Okay, so Cox is scaled by a factor of beta, that's why Cox is replaced by beta into Cox. Okay, capacitance of the oxide layer. Then length is scaled by a factor of alpha, so L is replaced by L by alpha and width is replaced by W by alpha. So the scaling factor what you get is beta by alpha square. Hence gate capacitance Cg is scaled by a factor of beta by alpha square. The fourth device parameter is the parasitic capacitance denoted as 6. It is proportional to AX by D. Okay, D is the depletion width around the source or the drain. Okay, so since it is a dimension, it is scaled by a factor of alpha. And we have seen earlier, area is scaled by a factor of 1 by alpha square. So that's why the parasitic capacitance after scaling. So AX is replaced by AX by alpha square because the scaling factor is alpha square, and D is replaced by D by alpha. So if you solve, you will get a scaling factor of 1 by alpha. Okay, hence parasitic capacitance Cx is scaled by a factor of 1 by alpha. Then we have channel density, carrier density in the channel, which is given by Cox into the gate voltage. Okay, Cox we have already derived, it is scaled by a factor of beta. As we have seen, the supply voltages, the voltages are scaled by a factor of beta. So Cox is replaced by beta into Cox, whereas the voltage is scaled by a factor of beta. Okay, so beta get cancelled, and what you get is again Cox into VGS. Hence the scaling factor is equal to 1. Similarly, for channel resistance, it is given as length divided by width into 1 divided by Q1 into mu. Mu is the carrier mobility and it is constant. Length, it is scaled by alpha. Width, it is scaled by alpha. And Q1, the carrier density, as we have seen earlier, it is scaled by a factor of 1. Okay, so when you replace, alpha and alpha gets cancelled and you will get the same thing. Hence channel resistance is also scaled by a factor of 1. Okay, so in the next video lecture we shall see some more device parameters and their scaling factors.